Yo, this your boy David E, aka David L. Patron, and I want to welcome y'all to It's Up From Here. And I got one of my good friends here with me today, Eldridge. He's over at Vertical Capital, and today we're going to talk about their company and how they're lending to people also as well, and exactly what you guys do. Can you tell the people what you guys do exactly?
Yeah, Vertical Capital is a private lending company that specializes in bridge funding to investors that's fixing and flipping property, buying and holding property. And we raise money from our family and friends, and we utilize our own capital to place in loans and private loans in the New Orleans area.
Okay. Can you give us an overview of your company and the type of lending services you offer on different real estate projects?
Yeah, it's bridge funding. So our products is short-term loans, 6 months and 12 months. We specialize in the single family space, 1 to 4 units.
Okay.
We don't do any commercial just yet. And our focus is the New Orleans metro area.
All right, that's pretty cool, man. That's definitely pretty cool. What sets your private lending services apart from traditional financing options for real estate investors?
Man, that's a great question. What sets us apart is that one of the things that I feel like that sets us apart is the speed, right? So with private lending versus a traditional financing, it's usually take 30 to 45 days to get approved with a bank.
Okay.
They ask for tax returns. They ask for 2 to 3 month bank statements. They ask for profit and loss of current year, right? With us, we asset based.
Okay.
We check 1 month bank statements. We don't check your credit. We don't verify income with tax returns or the job you with. We really just look at the asset first.
Okay, and that's definitely pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I guess that brings more value to you guys and to the investor as well.
Yeah, because you got to think, a lot of these investors are dealing with motivated sellers, right? People who need to sell their properties. So speed is important, and the decision making and the underwriting is important. Like, you ever went to a traditional bank and they always say it's with the underwriter,
Right.
And you don't, and they can't give you an answer. With us, we are the underwriters, right?
Okay.
We underwriting the deal. We could give you an answer. So it's like speed and that communication component is very important, and that's why people choose to go the private lending route versus going with like a Chase or a Home Bank or any bank like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That makes a lot of sense, man. How do you assess the eligibility of borrowers, and how do you project them for private lending?
Well, the eligibility of the borrower is, we constantly refining that. Yeah, me and my partner, we constantly refining that because we want to mitigate as much risk as possible.
Okay.
While offer, another opportunity for investors to get funding, right? So we mainly look at if they have some experience. If they don't have experience, we ask them to bring on an experienced partner.
Okay.
And also can they afford the loan is important.
Right.
And if they check those 2 boxes, most likely they'll get approved for a loan.
Right. So do you find y'all money being a little bit more expensive or than the average private lender or traditional lender?
Yeah, we definitely more expensive than the average traditional lender. I wouldn't say private lender.
Okay.
All of us are pretty much competitive. Where we may charge more in interest, they may charge more in points.
Okay.
Or valuation fees and things like that. So, but if you put me and Anitra did this one time where we put all our competitors in the spreadsheet, local competitors,
Okay.
in the spreadsheet, and we went through the whole loan from month 1 to month 12, right?
Right.
And all of us the expenses were still the same. Like, it was all around probably like a $2,000 or $3,000 difference. But that's with the private lenders. We are pretty much the same in the private lender space, but traditional financing is much cheaper. It's pros and cons. It's for traditional, you have to show more to get approved for the loan. With us, you don't have to show as much. but we a little bit expensive.
Yeah, it's way harder to get a traditional loan.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of based off your credit score.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of different
Definitely.
things of that nature. Yeah. Could you explain to them the typical terms and the interest rates associated with your lending products?
Well, we charge 13 and 3. That's pretty much our interest. 3 points, and the point is 1% of the loan amount.
Okay.
So we charge 3 points and 13% interest only. And we have a few other fees like a valuation fee, and also when we go out and inspect the property, that's a fee as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when we talking about, because you guys are not brokering these deals out,
No,
y'all are actually
Yeah.
the finance itself.
Yeah, like I mentioned, like we raise money from our family and friends, and they give us full autonomy to make decisions over the capital.
Okay.
So we're not, you let's just say you bring us a potential borrower, we're not trying to make the borrower and the lender. We are the lender. So we get full autonomy in making the decisions behind the capital.
Okay, so what are the advantages of using private lending for new builds, remodels, wholesale deals, and compared to the average traditional funding with you guys, basically?
So what are the advantages? Okay, so one of the advantages, we started off with we called it a lend-to-list loan product, right? And that loan product was specifically designed for wholesalers. Like if you go to any other lender, they don't have a loan product where they're not requiring a renovation budget.
Okay.
Right? So we are actually loaned on the as-is value of a property for the investor to turn around and sell a property. Like a bank would actually, where's the renovation budget? They're not loaning based on just the asset and saying it in the asset equity. That's what I mean. They're not loaning on just the asset equity, right?
Right.
We're loaning on the asset equity for you to turn around and sell that property. That's one of the advantages that we, all with Vertical Capital.
Okay, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Can you share some success stories of the investors and who has benefited from y'all lending services?
Man, I think everybody we work with was a success, honestly. Like we don't have any failures in the relationships we built, but to share some of them, we have a guy we started with, Emil Hurst, right? So Emil Hurst was our first borrower. Shout out to Emil with West Bank Real Estate meetup.
Okay.
But yeah, so Emil was one of our first borrowers. We tested everything out with him, right?
Right.
We didn't even put it out to the marketplace that we was lending money. We was like, okay, we were just gonna lend to you and see if this thing worked. And because we trust each other, we built rapport. We actually friends with Emil, right?
Right.
And Emil just was like, man, this is a good loan product because he was operating a wholesaling business at this point. So he brought several properties where he made like a ton of money.
So this was a wholesale deal.
Yeah, this was wholesale deals, and he was wholesaling it, right? Where he was buying it and listing it back on the market.
Right.
And then he started buying and holding property where we was giving him 4 month, 6 month loans where we was the bridge to his permanent financing. So Emil was a success story. A guy named Tyler, where he didn't get, he did his first flip. We was able to give him funds for his first flip.
Okay.
So we was very proud of that because we helping someone get started in another aspect of real estate because he had a background with wholesaling. And then we have a ton of success stories on the capital side. Like we have a guy named L, he's just a hardworking guy, right?
Right.
And he saved his money and he put $80,000 with us in November of 2021. That $80,000 now is at $102,000.
Okay.
Passively, right?
Right.
He not lifting a finger. He not evaluating any properties. He not underwriting properties. He not going out in inspections. All he do is really just collect his money passively, and we have two meetings with him per year.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of pretty amazing, man. There's not many companies out there that are doing what you guys are doing, especially at the capacity and the rates that y'all giving, and y'all a little bit more personable, with y'all clients too.
Yeah.
And so I find that a pretty much amazing thing, man. So wholesaling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you talk about these wholesale deals, how do you guys evaluate those? Because I know those should be a little bit different than when we talk about the average remodels and new build deals?
So the wholesale deals is pretty much the current condition value. You know, that's how we look at it. The current condition value. And we pretty much have multiple formulas. We have the ARV times 70% minus rehab minus your assignment fee, and that be the most reliable offer, what you get the property under contract for, right?
Right.
And then we look at it. Okay, Anitra is a realtor, right? We see what can this property sell for right now on the market. And that's the as is value, right?
Right.
And that's how we evaluate in the wholesale properties if they have equity that way. We use those two models where she put her realtor hat on and I put my wholesale hat on, and then if we combine together and get the same number, that's pretty much what the value of the property is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Man, I appreciate you, Eldridge. I want everybody to stay tuned. I'm gonna have Eldridge's partner Anitra actually come on, answer a few more questions for us guys, and catch you guys on the second segment. Peace.
Hey, what's up with you guys, man? So on this second segment, Anitra's going to be explaining to us about exactly what they're doing over at Vertical Capital. She's kind of piggybacking off of what Eldridge originally said on part 1. So I want you guys to make sure y'all check out part 2 of this video. And also make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure y'all hit that big thumbs up for us. Peace.